Good afternoon, South Africa, and welcome to Afternoon Express on this Thursday afternoon. My name is Danilo Acquisto. We've got such a cool show lined up for you today because I was really thinking about being a child and how often parents used to tell me, go and read books, go and read more books. And I always used to think, not for me. Until I started reading books in my adult years and realized that they have so much more value to a person's life than you really think that they do. And so today we're going to be exploring a whole bunch of ideas around how art and books can really impact you and I on some very personal manners. And now listen, if you like talking as much as I do, have your opinions heard on our social media accounts. We're taking all of your comments and questions on our Facebook page. We're Afternoon Express. You can use the hashtag Afternoon Express across all of our other digital platforms. We're on Instagram as well as on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you throughout the show. We are live on SABC3 and Jeannie's on standby.
Thank you so much, Danilo. Now, it was Andy Warhol that said that he had never met a person in his life that he didn't find beautiful. That's exactly how I feel. However, a little help didn't kill anybody. So today we're bringing in the experts. And if you want to know anything about sensitive skin or rejuvenating your eyes, we've got just the people for you today on Afternoon Express. But first, we are all familiar with the concept of beauty pageants. But do we really know what they represent? What exactly does it mean to be beautiful in 2017? Well, today we're finding out. We're going in depth into the Mrs. South Africa pageant to explore the most important facets of an organization that's doing so much for women all across our beautiful and dynamic country.
Mrs. South Africa started out as a professional challenge for me. Today, it is my vocation. While empowering others, we have become empowered. And while teaching others, we have learned so much. I recently read a quote that really resonated with me. I'm here to support women until the day I die. And that is what we do at Mrs. South Africa.
We are also Beauty with a Purpose, and in 2015 and in 2016, we have raised over 1 million rand for cancer.
Women who embark on this journey find it absolutely life-changing. How can it not be when you are spending months networking with like-minded bona fide women, growing and just becoming the best version of yourself? Within your community, you'll become superwoman.
The Mrs. South Africa pageant or movement has changed my life and empowered me personally. I've went on and become the first Mrs. South Africa to win Mrs. World. In turn, I've had the opportunity to inspire myself and inspire the rest of South African women and the rest of women around the world.
Married, sophisticated, beautiful. Mrs. South Africa, she is bona fide.
Lovely, and today we're lucky enough to have in the loft the 2017 Mrs. South Africa, Hlengiwe Twala, and media executive for the organization, Lisa Madiba. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on being Mrs. South Africa.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel? Like, what was your feeling when your name was called out?
The word that I can think of is honor. Really, I was so honored that I get to be a brand ambassador for my country.
Yeah.
My kids get to see their mom shine. I mean, at my age, I'm 37 years old, and I get to do this, Jeannie, every single day.
37 is young, though.
Yes, it is.
You look absolutely magical.
Thank
Congratulations.
You. Thank you so much.
Now, let's discuss Mrs. South Africa.
Yes.
I mean, what an organization. And it really is all-encompassing. It's not just a beauty pageant.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Indeed, it is not a beauty pageant. It stretches far beyond the beauty. Mrs. South Africa has gained the reputation of being a female empowerment program. And the women who enter Mrs. South Africa spend about 6 months after selection of the top 25 finalists, going to workshops, going through mentoring programs, and networking with like-minded women from different walks of life and various industries. So our aim is to empower these women and to be the best versions of themselves. And once they are empowered, I mean, they empower their communities, their families, and then it's easy for them to fill up their cup and give more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And today you said that you are wearing your invisible crown.
Yes. Yes.
But who is a Mrs. South Africa? Like, what does she represent in your opinion?
I think, Jeannie, she is a brave woman. She is a woman who juggles everyday challenges with strength and power, because we are superwomen. Just the fact that we are empowered as women, we are superwomen. And also she is graceful.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that she does, everything that she touches with grace, and she gives back, because that's where she finds her joy.
Yeah.
You know, I speak about my kids all the time, because I'm an example for my kids, that it begins with me. For me to build a world where my 3 girls are woman for woman. They're not competing with other women.
Yeah.
I need to be that example as their mom. So,
Yeah, that's such an expensive, it's such an important lesson, I suppose, for a young girl to learn. I mean, I remember with my cousin, I made her go skydiving with me, and she was terrified. And she said, but you know, I'm going to do it. And she took her 9-year-old daughter to go to the base to watch. And she said, because I want my daughter to watch me doing this, so that she knows that I was strong and I was brave once in my life. So your daughters must be so proud of you. But what do you think? Like, why should Mrs. South Africa be a role model? Why should younger girls aspire to be a Miss South Africa or Mrs. South Africa one day when they're older?
I think because we are woman for woman. The sisterhood that we aim to show the world and show South Africa is what we need in this country. That we're not in competition with each other. That we are for each other. That we see each other. We accept each other for who we are. We are real. And I think that's what we need more of.
And that's such a beautiful message, but it doesn't necessarily always come across like that. Not from Mrs. South Africa, that always does, but from women. You know, and I feel like the question to you, I suppose, is if we have to define what beauty is beauty in 2017, and what is it in a South African context?
Beauty is so many things. Beauty is, for us, our ethos at Mr. South Africa is beauty within. I mean, if you are pure and you are at peace within and you're happy with who you are, it just shines outside. And you are able to be kind, to be more polite, to smile more. And I feel like beauty is just the little things that make the next person feel better about themselves. And that's what we are here for. This movement is not only about the glitz and glam. We work hard, we give back, we basically just empower other people.
Amazing. So what are the exciting projects that you've already gotten to work on?
Well, I've just opened a salon. Tell a nail salon.
Amazing.
Beginning of this
Today's
month.
one of those days that I might have to sit on my hands to hide my manicure.
Really?
I chipped a nail this morning.
I know. So you must come through when you're in Joburg.
I will.
We'll sort you. And I get to be a brand ambassador for, you know, the amazing sponsors. And, 2 months ago, we got to travel the length and breadth of South Africa and met some incredible, incredible women. And we shared each other's stories. And I think for me, that's where I find my healing. You know, because I've gone through some stuff. And I know that for me to be better tomorrow, my strength is the trials and tribulations. And I get to share that with other women. And so when we open up to each other and we are kind, what Lisa was talking about, when we are kind to each other, then we're able to open up and be accepting of each other.
I really like the direction that Mrs. South Africa is going, because I mean, I was raised in an environment and by women who I never thought, or it wasn't important if I was beautiful. Like, those weren't the reinforcements that I was given as a child. It was more like, are you smart? Are you strong? Are you brave? Instead of just being beautiful. So what do you think is the message out there for young women that shouldn't always place their value in what they look like and what their body looks like, but more the people that they are? How can you encourage that with women?
I think it's important for women to take it easy on themselves, to be not be hard on yourself. And naturally, I know we are selfless. We always put other people first, but sometimes it's okay to put you first. And be unapologetic for who you are. I think we are all different and we all have that something, that special something within us. So embrace that, you know, and just be you.
Yeah, if I can please add on that, I think one of the most important things that I've learned this year is that love, peace, courage, bravery, all these beautiful things, they begin with us. Love yourself, be at peace with yourself before you can give it to somebody else. Fill your cup because then when you are full, then you're able to give so much more to the next person, to the kids. And like Lisa was saying, we are nurturers by nature. So we want to keep giving instead of just a little bit. Take a moment.
I have to tell you the funniest thing. I was shopping the other day and a woman came up to me and she was like, "Oh, Jeannie, dear," she wanted to, and she said, "I loved you ever since Miss South Africa." And I thought, she was claiming to be my biggest fan, and she was like, "I love you." So I want to know, what does it take for a woman to be a Mrs. South Africa? What qualities should you have?
Oh, okay. Me.
She's the queen.
Just real. Really, I think the one thing that when I decided to enter, I wanted just to be myself. I wanted to take my power back because of the kids and a husband and all of... I have 4 kids, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the husband is also part of the kids.
Of course, I hope into that one.
So, and I wanted just to take my power back. So it's a real woman, a graceful woman, like I said, and somebody who just wants to keep giving back, because what you give to another, you are giving to yourself. And so that's the Mrs. South Africa woman.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
It was a wonderful chat. Now, reinventing the idea of what it means to be a beauty queen and looking good while you do it. Be sure to stay right where you are, because a little bit later on in the show, it's time to don the tiaras and head into the world of Mrs. South Africa. It's our beauty pageant crash course with the reigning queen, Hlengiwe Twala. And all of that later, but after the break, we turn our attention to cutting-edge nature skincare. So stay right there.
Well, welcome back to Afternoon Express live on SABC3. It is about to get lots of fun in the loft with us today. So early on in the show, we talked to the reigning Mrs. South Africa 2017, Hlengiwe Twala, about the great work that Mrs. South Africa organization is doing. And now it's time to get the inside scoop on what it takes to win that coveted crown. It's our beauty pageant 101 crash course, the pageant walk, and that all-important final answer.
And don't you think that is such an exceptional crown?
I know, it's almost like I want to just go,
let it go, let it go.
Jeannie is an absolute beauty queen by like nature. She always wants to wear that crown, right?
Thank you.
And so we want to give everyone tips, do's and don'ts for beauty pageants. Like, what are your do's and don'ts?
Well, there's really much that you don't do. For me, with everything that I do, I enjoy it. I'm in the moment, I want to have fun with it. So enjoy it and just walk with purpose, you know? Just walk with purpose, make sure that you know where you're going.
Speaking of...
Strut your stuff.
Speaking of that walk with purpose, I've seen lots of struts on these carpets that have been either hilarious or brilliant. Lots of memes have come out for them, so perhaps we should learn the walk.
Your favorite was the Skolopat one.
Yeah, the Skolopat dance. Yeah, well, that was an interesting...
I don't know if you can do that one, though.
No.
We could never beat the red carpets. We've made it beige. Right. So
I love it.
Would you mind showing us how to do the perfect walk for a Mrs. South Africa?
Of course.
And Jeannie, come, you can follow on after that.
Well, no, I'm going to watch first and then you're going to teach me and then I'm going to see. Because my walk with purpose is usually when I'm running late for a flight.
Yeah.
And that's not a walk, it's a run.
Yes.
I do a
Okay, so there's a hand on the hip.
Yes, yeah, no, show. Just stand up straight, make sure that you wear your invisible crown, and you're focused. Okay, let your hands hang if you want, but I always prefer to, because I have such a small figure.
You do?
Show it off.
You basically look like you've had ribs removed. Your waist is so tiny.
Thank you.
And you guys thought this was a way to watch the show, but I know I can see you through the cameras right now, and I know that you're busy standing on your floors, also doing the strut. So get up off your couches if you haven't just yet, and start strutting your stuff with us on the show today.
Do it with me, and then you just walk.
Oh, that's not just walking, girl.
That is working it.
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can do it. Okay, let's
Jeannie,
see.
graceful. Hey, graceful, remember.
I know,
you're wearing the
I'm
crown,
trying.
imaginary crown.
Okay, and imagine there's a book on top of your head, no?
There's a hand on the hip, one hand,
Show
other hand
your
down.
figure, and then you walk.
Beautiful,
wow.
beautiful. 2 fingers claps for you, Jeannie.
Hey,
Lovely.
who's the one who's the single one? Prince Harry.
Lovely. Ladies, come
Ready
and
for
take a
you,
seat.
Prince Harry.
You know what? My favorite thing about watching all beauty pageants, I know it's yours too, is always that final answer. You know, what do you hope to do with your reign? World peace is always the thing that crops up, all right? And I know that's never going to satisfy for Mrs. South Africa particularly. So how about we do like a crash course? You keen to be put on the spot? I want to put you on the spot.
Put me on the spot.
How about you ask her one of those hard questions and see what she can answer?
Okay, Jeannie, are you ready?
Yeah.
Can I give you a tip quickly?
Yes.
Before I ask you a question. Just speak slow.
Just speak
Yeah,
slowly.
slowly.
Oh.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
rush it.
I cut my teeth in radio. I'm used to speaking really fast.
Okay.
But for now,
Yes.
I will answer you
And your question is?
as a beauty queen. Yes.
Are beauty pageants still relevant in 2017?
Absolutely. Beauty pageants are still relevant in 2017 because of world peace and because of the children in Africa. Wasn't there once a Miss USA who answered yes?
Oh my gosh. Can I ask you
Did I
another one?
win? Did I win? Did I win?
The other question, if I were one of the judges, would ask you, so if you could be one of the Spice Girls, which Spice Girl would you be and why?
Okay, well, this is a little bit more
That's
up my
easy.
alley. Well, I would want to be Victoria Beckham because who wouldn't want to
Yeah, me too.
wear everything that she wears? She's got the most amazing wardrobe. And, of course, Bex is a little perk.
Well, I think we've got a pretty good substitute for when your reign ends. So I think we should crown her. I'm pretty sure.
Did I win?
You won. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jeannie D. We've got the viewers have voted, and you are the new Mrs. South Africa. Congratulations.
Oh, wait, I'm not married yet.
When does the crown happen?
Miss.
Is this the crown? You can't take yours,
Votes
eh?
for...
No.
No, wait,
You
what
can
does
do
it say? No, look, it doesn't say Mrs. yet because,
Okay.
well,
Yeah,
because I'm
there's
just Mrs. right now.
That's why you get the
Mrs.
smaller
right.
crown than hers. That's why your crown is this big and hers is that big.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
You look
Oh,
amazing.
world peace, you look fabulous, Jeannie.
Dreams really do come true on Afternoon Express.
Hashtag Afternoon Express across all of our social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. Would Jeannie make the next Miss South Africa?
Mrs. South Africa, when I'm married, guys.
Yeah, is that a plea? Is that a plea?
I don't have a problem with that, my darling. Now, tomorrow is the day we have all been waiting for. No, it's not just the start of the weekend, but it's the launch of the new season of Win a Home right here on Afternoon Express. All the drama, all the design, and of course, all the giveaways starts tomorrow at 4 p.m.
On SABC3, and I'm so excited about it. We're giving away the biggest prize.
Stage is mine, though.
We're giving away the biggest prize in South African television. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So make sure you stay tuned 4 to 5 tomorrow on SABC3. Just thought I have to throw in my little
Yeah.
two
Go
cents.
for it. I
How
wanna
would the
see
men do it?
And I'd shake your little tush
smile.
on the
Yes.
catwalk. Listen, Michael Mole started that way. You never know. Danilo Mole on Afternoon Express. Thank you so much for the show. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, South Africa. Bye.